Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Belingle live show tonight.
How are you all?
Yeah, it's been a while since I personally have last updated the channel. Of course, that's not very unusual for me, as I typically do that a lot. But anyway, we are back. We are here. We are doing a live stream tonight, and we're going to be doing some cool things tonight, giving you some updates on what we want to do with the channel as far as the live stream goes. We're also going to be talking about an engagement shoot I did recently, and then I have a new series that I want to talk about that I'm working on for the channel. So we really hope you enjoyed this live stream tonight. So anyway, yeah, but before we do all that, Josh has some more news concerning his journey when it comes to his GED. So Josh, why don't you talk to everybody at home about your GED?
When it comes to me and my GED, I passed.
Wow, look at that. Hold it, but bring it closer to the camera. We've got a terrible camera. We're sorry, but there you go. John A. Logan.
Adult education. Now, you may have seen in our other live stream, you saw my certificate that came from the state. I want to point out this one actually came from John A. Logan itself, because I was through their quote-unquote program. So they recognized me and about 24 other people, and we all graduated at the same time.
That's awesome, dude. That's really awesome. I hope you all have encouraged Josh because he really needs it. But anyway, yeah, he's done a great job. We're very proud of you. I know a lot of people are behind you as far as getting your GED. And so congratulations. You finally did it. And you're going to be, go ahead. Tell him.
Okay, so I just about completed some tutor training, about 15 hours worth. So soon enough, I'll be a certified tutor, so I can go back to the GED class I just graduated from and teach the others for about 6 months. After that, I plan on going for college, get some computer science and cybersecurity in.
Awesome, man. That's so great. So, guys, I'm going to have Josh talk to you a little bit just for a minute. My TV's on, and I need to turn it off because it's flashing a whole bunch of random colors on our faces. So I'm going to go turn it off. Josh, entertain the crowd while I'm doing that.
Okay. So, basically what I want to say is we've been busy a lot lately, so we haven't had the chance to get so much content down. Of course, we haven't actually had the time to come over and put on a live stream for you guys. So, yeah, we've been really busy with work lately, and of course me graduating and all that, and trying to get stuff down and together. So that's what's been up with us lately. Just busy at work and doing fun things. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. That was just last week. I hope you all had a bunch of fireworks. I know ours got canceled due to weather.
Yeah.
So I shot some off by myself the other night.
We pretty much got rained out here, so that was annoying, but that's life for you. Okay, so I guess I want to talk about the engagement shoot I did the other day first. So recently I had an engagement session that I did for a couple that I've done just basic, couple portraits for before. And I wanted to show you guys kind of my work. I know many of you don't always get to see my work because most of my videos on the channel are more centered towards gear reviews as of this point. But I am working on a new series that I'm going to talk about in just a little bit. Anyway, but let's get right to the first image that I want to show you guys. Oops, wrong image. There we go. So anyway, this is basically on their property. The couple are one of the funnest couples I've ever worked with in my entire life. They are just so full of life and so kind and just really natural when it comes to getting their pictures done. And so there was this really cool follow the line type of area in their their woods. As you can see, all the trees going down. It kind of looks like this never-ending hallway of trees, if you want to categorize it that way.
Honestly looks like a a well-driven road by like four-wheelers or something like that. Kind of like divots out into the mud and whatever.
Yeah, so we actually did ride in a like an ATV.
Oh, to get to this selected spot?
Yep, to get to this location.
That is actually perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, what I really love about this image is that it has like basically the trees, and the thing is that's really cool about these trees is that they're really skinny. So it
And they're
really,
lined up.
yeah, it really kind of carves out what I like to describe as a nature's hallway, if you will.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We were driving down because they wanted to show me another area, and I said, man, this is perfect. Let's get a picture here. And so we did. So that was really fun to do. So this next image is in the same place, but I got a little closer. I wanted to do more of a landscape picture as far as the orientation goes. Just really, like I said, really natural couple when it comes to, you know, doing photos. They love getting their photos done. And so anyway, same thing here. I use my 85 1.4G lens, which the 85 1.4, if anyone has not ever used it, it's an incredible lens. The only downside to this lens from Nikon is that it is a little soft. So if you're looking for an extremely sharp 85 millimeter, this lens is not it, but I can tell you how the bokeh renders, how the colors render, even the contrast of this lens, just pure magic. So definitely consider picking this lens up or its older brother, the 105 1.4E, which is also a fantastic lens.
I like the bokeh. It really brings out in the back.
Yeah, there's great subject isolation here. I love the rim light that's on the back of her head. Actually, both of them, but on hers especially, you can see it in the hair.
Yeah.
Where we were standing at, there was a open area where the sun was being let through, and it was just really cool to see just this light hit on the back. I mean, literally, I was like, this is perfect. I get excited, guys, when I see some great lighting, very even lighting and all of that. So, yeah, anyway, that's this image.
Is that one of your custom presets I see there?
Yeah, it is. Hey, you mentioned my custom preset. Should we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, I believe I've used that in the past. I believe that is the blue-green one.
Yes.
Something along that line. I don't remember the exact title, but that's one of my most favorite ones.
The proper name, I named it as something like High Noon or something, or Mood or something like High Noon or like Mood or something.
I love it. It kind of makes it like a, one of those oil stained paintings.
Yeah.
Kind of draws it out kind of like that. Oil pastel, I think it
pastel.
is. Pastel.
Yep, you got it. I like that airy look sometimes to images, and especially girls, they like that look too. So anyway,
kind of gives it like a historical feeling to it.
It does. It kind of, and it's not. I don't like overly saturated images.
Right.
When the colors are just so vibrant, I'm like, ugh, I'm gonna go blind.
Exactly.
So it's really nice to have sometimes to dial back on those colors. So anyway, I do have a custom Lightroom preset available for purchase. It is 4 presets, and I think the total package was something like $35 or something. But feel free to go ahead and, if you want to buy it, email me, blphotographysi@gmail.com, and I can get those to you. Or you can buy 2 for $17 or something. I don't even remember my prices. It was so long since I've actually advertised those presets. So
right.
Anyway. All right, let's go on back to this image. Okay, so they had so many pine trees in this place, and I was just so excited when I saw this area. I pulled out my 28 1.4E, and the reason I did that was because I wanted to get this landscape-esque image while still showing in the image the intimacy between the couple.
Okay, I just got one question.
Yeah.
Were you shooting from the ground level up?
I was. And I normally don't shoot that way, especially for couples, because shooting from like low up is not very flattering for many people. So I typically don't do that for portraits. But this image, the reason I shot lower up is because I wanted to kind of get this view of the trees just going into the air.
So it kind of makes it look like they're far away in the back, and all these trees are up in the front.
Right.
I like it. I think it's a terrific shot.
And yeah, I like it too, and thank you for that. As you can see, same thing with the colors in this image. I have dialed back on those greens. They were crazy vibrant before I did my edit, so I pull back. What many people don't realize is that the 28 1.4E from Nikon is so not only so sharp, but the color rendition on that lens is freaking ridiculous, and the contrast as well. Literally, I have to dial back on the contrast sometimes because it's just so contrasty out of the camera.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I've dialed back a lot when it comes to the contrast on those images and the colors because they're just so great out of camera.
I think what I love about the photo the most was how the lighting just fit in perfect.
Yeah.
It's not overly bright in some places, overly dark in some places. It's evenly balanced.
Yeah.
Across the whole photo.
Yeah, it was a really fun shot to shoot, and I was really, really excited I was able to get this style of shot. So, okay, the next image, we've got this image. So we were they actually have a lake on their property.
Okay.
And I was shooting some pictures of them in a boat on the lake. I don't have that image tonight to show, but they were in their boat, and I was taking some images with my 70 to 200 FL. And I turned around, and there was this like abandoned barn in the background. And when we were shooting this image, it was around 7:20, 7:30. The sun was just going into that golden hour where it was getting really nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I turn around, I see this shot in my head, and I'm going, okay, go stand over. There was a fence behind him. Go stand over by that fence.
Okay.
Go stand over by that fence. And literally, I grabbed the shot. I was so excited about it because, once again, you get a nice rim light on the back of the head.
Yes.
So you get that great subject isolation. You get this cool, like, architectural, like I said, the old barn in the background. And so I just really, really love this shot. They're so natural as well. The smiles on her face specifically is very, very natural. And so anyway, this is one of my favorite shots from the entire shoot. This was shot on the Sigma 50 1.4 art.
Nice. Again, this is one of those terrifically balanced light in the photo.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And I do like that abandoned looking barn in the background. It's like it has a country feel to it, but it's not like complete farmland type.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pass up not taking a photo there. I thought it was just amazing.
I think you made a good call.
Yeah, thanks. All right, on to the next image. This image,
was it looking like it was gonna rain that day?
You're on to something.
Yeah, because you can see the gray in the clouds. That I like that one too.
So
I like all of them.
Yeah, I really like this image, and let me tell you why. So when we were out there, mind you, we live in an area that's extremely humid during summer.
Yes.
Bugs are everywhere.
Oh, yes.
And they're wanting to eat you, basically.
Yes.
The horseflies are swarming. The mosquitoes are sucking your blood. And so this area specifically can get really bad over summer. So we were out there, and I see this field behind their house. And I said, that would actually make a really cool shot. So literally, we're coming from a different location. It's literally in walking distance to this field, okay?
Okay.
And we get in their ATV. We're driving over to the field, and literally this cloud, this huge gray storm cloud just comes over the entire field.
Oh, no.
And the wind starts picking up and blowing, and I was like, man, it's cooled off and whatever. This is really nice. But the wind starts picking up and whatever, and I'm like, oh, man, I better hurry and get the shot before it starts to rain.
Exactly.
So anyway, I saw these clouds, and behind the clouds, or besides these clouds, you can see it's a very clear sky in the background. And I was like, hey, that could make for a really cool shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled out my 28 millimeter once again because I wanted to kind of get this landscape-esque shot with them as the focal point, and I pulled this shot off. I love this dichotomy between the storm cloud and the normal sunny sky.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's such a cool little. I don't know. I mean, the lighting was like crazy cool on this.
Yeah, I like it a lot, especially with how it's not too overly done with the clouds. Like mostly gray and stuff. I think it's perfectly balanced.
Yeah, I loved it. So last image I have for you guys tonight is this image. Pretty cool image.
Golden hour.
Golden hour. It's
Bingo.
taken in the same field, taken at the same time. I quickly threw on my 85 1.4 and I said, hey, I'm going to, take this picture. And so I really like this image as well. Get a nice rim light on the hair once again, the back of the heads. And so anyway, I really like this image.
It's beautiful. Even with the indirect sunlight rays you can see.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle there, off to the side, just a tad. It's perfect.
It worked out. So anyway, so there's the images for tonight for the live stream, the engagement session I did. So
that's pretty good. Next thing we want to cover, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we're recording on new microphones.
We are. Do you know what these microphones are?
I believe, I don't know.
They are Shure SM7Bs. And the reason we have these microphones is because we have gone past 2,500 subscribers, which means that we are going to start working on soon, hopefully, getting a podcast going. A lot of radio stations, a lot of podcasters use these microphones specifically. So it was kind of a no-brainer. We decided we wanted to pick these microphones up.
Nice.
And they're great for live streaming as well. So
they are big in size.
Yeah. So they are big in your face, but I like them. And they sound good.
Yeah,
they sound really good.
I'm confident that these are high-quality microphones.
Yep. They are definitely high quality. So on the note of live streaming, we have some news for our viewers. And that is we would like to upgrade our live streaming equipment. Now, we've gotten comments in the past, the very near past, if that makes any sense, that our setup looks terrible, which we agree with you. It does look terrible. We're literally using a webcam. It's my brother's. Shout out to him for letting us use his webcam. But it's time to upgrade. And what we'd really like to do is use a DSLR, DSLM, whatever you want to call them, and use that as our camera, as a live streaming. But that requires money and that requires equipment.
And time.
Within the next months or so, we're hoping to have a free space in which to start live streaming better live streams for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest things we want to upgrade, as I said, is the camera, but we also want to upgrade our audio equipment as well.
Right.
So we're okay with using these mics. They sound good, but they're a little big. They're a little clunky looking. So what we want to get is we do have lav packs for anybody, their body packs where you can put in a lavalier microphone that can clip on to you. So we do have those, but we want to put different microphones on those packs. The ones we have are cheap and they don't sound great. They kind of sound muffled and distorted at times. So we want to get higher quality mics. So looking at the ones we've been looking at, that's looking like $1,000 for that. And then another thing we want to upgrade, as I said, is the camera. The camera we want to go to is the Sony a6400 with the Tamron, I think 17 to 35 2.8 or something like that. That would give us a good focal length in order to, get both of us in the shot or whatever. And that camera would also double as a camera for Josh, because Josh is going to start producing content and series on the channel once he gets that camera. So if you want to see Josh do that, that'd be great. That's looking like another $1,500 between that. So you're already looking at $2,500 just to upgrade our mics, and also upgrade our camera equipment.
Right.
And then we also want to get better lighting. And what was the other thing we wanted to get?
More people to watch our live stream.
That would be nice, but we can't. Well, we could, I guess, buy that, but that wouldn't be honest.
Kind of cheating.
It would be cheating.
Yeah.
But the other thing we want to get is, as I said, better lighting, and we got to get a webcaster.
A webcaster. What's a webcaster?
A webcaster is basically where you can take your camera, HDMI out, into this little box called the webcaster, and you can literally send this to YouTube or Facebook and live stream.
Oh, yeah, I know about those. I know a couple people who actually use those.
Yeah, and so so basically that's what it is. But if we want to do what we're doing here, where we throw up graphics and pictures and whatever, we're going to actually need a video switcher.
Right.
That we can plug in multiple sources. So that means we want to get something called a Black Magic video switcher. It's a very simple video switcher, but that's another $1,000. So we're looking at $3,500 total for just the video switcher, the camera, and the microphones. Now, as I said, we need lighting. That's probably going to be another $500 or more, and then the webcaster, which is another $300. So you're looking at somewhere around $4,500 or so to upgrade our equipment and whatever, and then maybe like $100 for miscellaneous like little set pieces we want to add onto the set, just to kind of make it look nice and whatever. But yeah, that's what we're looking at doing. But we need your help. If anybody out there would be willing to donate to help do this, as I said, it's probably around $4,500. Within the next week, 2 weeks, something like that, we're going to set up a GoFundMe page, probably with what we're going to call phase 1, which would be like $2,000. Our goal will be $2,000. Try to raise half of the money to start buying equipment and whatever. We realize that your money's important to you. Your time is important to you. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream tonight, by the way. But if, you want to see better quality live streams, then this is the equipment we need. So, and we could do live streams more consistently as well.
Right.
And you're going to be able to produce content for the channel that you haven't been able to.
Exactly. And I know people are dying to get more of me.
They love that Asian kid, don't they?
They sure do.
So anyway, guys, that'll be up on the channel. It'll be in the community tab probably, and it will also, I'll probably make a video. We'll probably maybe we should make a video about it.
Yeah.
Kind of more formal video talking about it.
And we've got one other thing we're going to talk about.
What's that?
We want to start a mini-series.
Yes.
Yes, called Behind the Portraits.
That's it. So when I went and did the session that I showed tonight, the pictures and whatever, I filmed the session. My brother was actually there helping film the session. I also put my GoPro on top of my Nikon D850 and filmed from that first-person viewpoint as well. I was hoping to have a preview of it tonight for you guys, but it's going to take a lot of post-editing on it. But essentially, Behind the Portraits, it's going to follow me or Josh or both of us doing our portrait sessions, doing events, doing whatever we do that concern portrait photography. And what I would like to do is basically it's going to have this format. So I'm going to talk about the go-to gear that we used for that session specifically. And the other thing we're going to do is in the middle after that, you're going to see us actually at the session shooting. You're going to see previews of the photos as well. And I'm probably going to throw up some tips in like lower thirds or whatever. Here's a tip for if you're in this sliding situation or whatever.
We'll probably do some, I believe they call it voiceover commentary.
Voiceover commentary will be there as well. Yep, you got it. So tips and voiceover commentary on the actual session part. And then we're going to go to the post-process editing part where you can see how I typically start my processing, or Josh does his. So that's a new series coming to the channel. I don't know how consistent it's going to be. It will be an official series playlist, so it will be categorized in seasons. I'm hoping to have at least 8 episodes per season, if not more than that. But this is kind of the time of year. You would think summer we'd shoot a lot, but we actually don't. So it's more around fall and spring where we get most of our shoots in. So I don't know how consistent the shows are going to be, but I'm hoping to get the first episode out soon. I am working on it right now. So
I like the sound of it. So we'll kind of take you on a first-hand experience on what we go through any portrait session.
yep. And part of the reason I wanted to do this show is because the whole point of starting this channel was never initially to do gear reviews. That's not really why I started my YouTube channel, why we started our YouTube channel. It was more of giving tips to individuals just getting started in photography.
Right.
So, I want to get back to that mission that we originally started with. Yeah, it's nice to do gear reviews because you want people to see what you're using, and they do get pretty good views and all of that. But I'm not really about the views for this channel. What I really want to do more is give you guys practical photography tips that can help you in your sessions. So
yeah. So the way I see it, it's more of we teach from our experience to you.
Right. And we're learning all the time as well.
Exactly. Never stop learning.
So, it's just fun that we can all come together as a community and learn. So that's kind of what the point of this channel was originally to be, and I hope to get back to those roots. So anyway, so we've talked about the series.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about our plan for the upgraded live streaming equipment that we want to do. Once again, GoFundMe page will be put up within the next months for phase 1. And showed off the engagement session.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Is there anything else you can think of that you want to go over tonight?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't have anything I want to go into. I mean, I haven't really planned out what my videos are going to be like until I actually get said camera.
Yeah.
So I can create my own kind of style. So.
I have a huge announcement that I need to make.
Oh.
That I totally slipped my mind, and I feel really bad about it because I meant to get a review out like a month ago.
Oh.
But things got really wild at work. We had a lot of events going on. We work for a television network. We had a lot of events going on, so I haven't had time to really sit down, film a video. And I'm getting ready to go to Nashville tomorrow for 2 weeks with that television network to do a live coverage of a conference. So,
oh boy,
yeah. So there's another hurdle, so to speak. But anyway, I was contacted by a company named Skylum. For those who don't know what Skylum is, they make programs for photographers, and I believe they even have a video editing program. Anyway, many of you have probably heard of the program Luminar 3, which is a photo editing program similar to like Lightroom or something on par with that. And they contacted me and asked me if I would be a part of their affiliate program, promote basically their program.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, and so I downloaded the program, have used it, have really enjoyed it. I want to do a review soon. Hopefully I can get that out within the next few weeks. It's late here, guys. I can't film a video tonight, but hopefully I can get that out within the next few weeks. But it's really exciting. I may actually bring my camera with me to my hotel room and just do a video there because I just need to get some videos out to you guys.
So how does this work for you? You sit down, you do a review video on it, kind of go into all the features and stuff, and kind of like an unboxing of it. Well, not an unboxing since it's the program. Kind of get the ins and outs, the ups and downs, cons and pros of it.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's going to be an objective, honest review, guys. I am not being paid by the company to do this review. And in fact, they didn't even ask me to do this review. I just wanted to do it because I thought how cool that these people took time to contact me and see if I'd be a part of their affiliate program.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. So, but I do get a commission. The channel gets a commission off of your purchase of Luminar 3, which you can go to skylum.com and buy Luminar 3 there. And the really cool thing is I got a promo code for you. So if you go to checkout, you can use the code Belingle, Belingle, to get 10% off your purchase. So that's really cool. Right now, I don't know if they still have the deal going on, but they did have a 4th of July deal going on where the program's normally $70. It was $50 with that deal.
Wow.
And then if you add my 10% code off, you can get the program for $40.
Wow.
How about that?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'd say you're doing a pretty good job of promoting right now.
Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, I don't have a link in the description. I will put a link in the description at some point, but definitely consider going to Luminar or skylum.com and purchasing Luminar. It's a great program, guys. And if you can't afford a subscription every month to Adobe for Lightroom or Photoshop, Luminar is definitely something you want to check out. So anyway, I had to share that. Totally forgot about it. Totally slipped my mind. But there you go. So anyway.
That's pretty awesome. I'm going to be looking forward to videos of that myself.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. May do some tutorials with it as well. Who knows?
I think you should.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, all 5 of you. But we kept you on here, so thank you so much. And we look forward to doing another live stream. And hopefully by the time we get our equipment, we'll have the space we've been talking about, and we'll have a really nice live stream going for you guys. So anyway.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, keep your fingers crossed. You know we're terrible at consistency, or at least I am. I can't speak for Josh, but I'm terrible at consistency. So anyway, be patient with me, but we are trying to get some creative new content out for the channel. So anyway. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Belingle out.